Welcome to Isis in the Bible Fall Gathering Week number 6. Know what? Now what? The question for today is, how is your know? What do you know about your now? It's remarkable and invigorating to see how people are seeing the light of the world in a different light. Kat has a very inspirational song by Lauren Daigle to share with us, so we'll show that next.
The world waits for a miracle. The heart longs for a little bit of hope. Oh come, Emmanuel. A child prays for peace on earth, and she's calling out from a sea of hurt. Oh come, Emmanuel. And can you hear the angels singing? Glory to the light of the world. Glory, the light of the world is here. The drought breaks with the tears of a mother. A baby's cry is the sound of love. Come down, Emmanuel. Here's the song for the suffering. Here's Messiah, the Prince of Peace has come. He has come, Emmanuel. Glory to the light of the world. oh come, Emmanuel.
How beautiful was that? Wow. You're the best, cat. So glad you could join us today. So what's happening in the sky? I'll go over this quickly. So as we know, Mary's stepping on the snake, and it's a slow process. It's separating away. Mary is going indirect. So she just brushes up against this, and then she goes direct on January the 11th. So it's another important sign for us, because she goes direct. When she's going retrograde, means we're learning about her, right? So we've been learning about her, because she does this almost every 6 months. And then when she goes retrograde in July. So when she goes direct, this is part of the Christmas story, because Mama, this is the Christmas tree. This is La Befana. This is, when she goes direct now, means we got to walk the walk, talk the talk. So January 11th is coming, so think about that. And we're on Advent, and we talked a little bit about that last week. And today we spoke about it. Today, Venus is aligned with the South Node, the tail of the snake, in the harvest line. What does this mean? Well, I can tell you right now that people are feeling this internal, non-loving execution between the red shifted and the blue shifted, right? Venus is Mother Nature, love of all beings, and that's all beings. So if there's somebody in your life that you're feeling fire with, you got to get over it. It's your test. It's not theirs. It's yours. So there's people that have reached out that are going through this, and man, they are just, and they can't get to the now. They can't get to it. And they don't, and then after, when they go through it, and I'm watching it happen in their chart, by the way, you can see it. You can see the fire. And I'm keep telling them it's just a wave. The reason why you're experiencing that wave is because you're not being loving. You got to be loving. You have to be. So the next time you won't feel the wave. All right, so that's Venus and Mars is really being that way. Synchronistically today, a little spider comes down. You can see him right here. I couldn't zoom in on it. A little spider comes down, so I go look at the meaning of spider, and it came perfectly synchronistic to what my day was unfolding, a phone call that I had earlier. And then, so I took a snapshot of the time so I could go look at it in my chart, and it's in my chart. The spider was, that time while I was dealing with the spider and talking to it for 3, 4, 5 minutes, my cardinal points were going across. I know for those of you guys following astrology, my cardinal points were going across my natal Ceres and the Ceres that is transiting. And what Ceres? The harvester, and a spider is a harvester, isn't it? And here's what was playing on this radio, Tears for Fears. Everybody wants to rule the world. Well, that's truth. You want to rule your world. So when that little spider comes crawling down spends his time to go out of his way to be in your sights, you got to be loving towards that spider. Just leave him be. He'll go where he needs to go, or she. Just leave it alone. This is what Venus. So that little spider came down. No, we're going to be talking about Mother Nature's animals. She came down. Everybody wants to rule the world. They're helping us to rule our own world by giving us guidance. They have symbolic meanings when they show up. If you don't know, go look it up online. Go to spirit-animals.com. Reach out to me. I'll help you. Everything is our guidance. Everything around you. So it was beautiful. And that's why I put up anima. The word in Italian is anima, means souls, right? And they're stepping up to the plate now more than ever, the animals. And so I asked AI to give me a beautiful image of Mars and Venus getting along. Because we have to get along. I don't want to use any of the words that anybody uses, because we're supposed to be loving. Okay, we're going to go over some ISIS in the Bible, gang stuff, people that have sent stuff. This is from Sister Jacqueline Engel. She sent this beautiful sarcophagus. It's really what's happening in the sky right now. She put down, it's the detail of the ram god Khnum, sarcophagus of Amenetet. I can't even pronounce that. Third intermediate period, and the Louvre, it's sitting at the Louvre Museum, Paris. If you look at all this beautiful iconography, these two things, these two plumes, they'll always have the sun in the middle of it, because that's the north and the south node. So when you see the sun in between those two, you're riding those two snakes, right? So you can see that they got the cobra. I won't go into too much detail. The cobra's on both sides. There's going to be some imagery there. And then you can see the phoenix rising, and there's Aries, which is part Eris, and there's the sun. So it's the same symbology of what's happening in the sky for us right now. And they used to put that on there. So they're trying to tell us, look. So thank you, Sister Jacqueline. Sister Karen sent us this is a beautiful thing about the Ankh. So there's a synchronicity between Susan, right? Bringing up the Ankh with her son. That's so awesome. So this is disconnected from the self. You're basically an expanse when you're in the cross, but when you're not connected to the all. So this is somebody saying disconnected from the self and connected to the self. So it's very synchronistic with Julie's son. Julie's son is the one that came home with the Ankh. So this is beautiful. It's a reward. It's a badge of honor to yourself. So there's awesome brother Sam who does 360-degree virtual reality tours. You check out his work. He's awesome. So because you're meant to find some keys if you start going to look around, because while he's walking, you can look 360 degrees around. You look at every portion of the wall, so you can be in Egypt. So when he started going by and saying, here's a woman in a birthing position right here. Well, we know that, but I've never seen it next to this symbol here, because that's a symbol in astrology that means divine birthing. When you have in vitro fertilization, when you have miscarriages, when you have adoptions, this is at play. And as you can see, it's right here on the Egyptian walls next to the woman giving birth. He said that these two are also giving birth, but I don't think that's the birth position. Me personally, I'm on the fence with that one, but it could be. It definitely could be. So I just wanted to share that with you. So thank you, Brother Sam, because that was a missing link, because I wanted to see it on the Egyptian walls because I know how it works in astrology. So that's why it's important we do divine birthing, and that physical act is not one of a sport. It's not supposed to be divine. Really quickly, I'm not going to go over this, but Brother John Parkin, oh yeah, he responded for today. He says, I find the more I know, the less I know, and I feel fine starting to laugh along with the child inside. So Brother John left this on our, when I put the reminder video out, and I asked the question there. Some people on YouTube, they don't come to this meeting, but they partake. So he said, hey, Brother Claudio, in a different video, he said, have you checked out this interview with Graham Hancock and Mauro Biglino? He said, it's a fascinating conversation. So I'll leave it up to you guys. I won't get into it, but he's an Egypt guy. He's the guy that was at the Vatican doing translations from the Hebrew original, but they kicked him out because he wasn't with the narrative, of course. But look how many different interpretations there are of the Old Testament. And look how many different interpretations there are from the Tanakh to the English Bible. We've been through different versions of this before, but you can see that there's all kinds of misinterpretations, including the first one, right? The biggest one is Lord is equal to ruling goddess, not a man. Okay, it's astrology woo-woo. We're not going to spend too much time in that again. We're running out of time today. But briefly, we are going to be doing is astrology woo on the JFK. Oh, look at that, eh? The dogs barking at the same time. So the JFK Jr. plane crash where these three died, JFK, Carolyn Bessette, and Lauren Bessette. So I won't get into it, but it's in their chart, okay? It's really into their chart, and you can see Ceres there. You can see Pluto on the MC, and then, of course, he has Pluto near the head of the snake. So I did already go into this, and I do see the synchronicities of each one of them. It was their time to go. So we'll get into it another time. Another thing we're going to be working on is astrology woo-woo. We've been doing a study on Parkinson's because some family members are showing signs of it. So I said, if I'm going to learn what Parkinson's is in a natal chart, I'm going to go look out for the large ones. Well, there was one. It's called encephalitis lethargica. People will go to sleep, but they also had major Parkinson's symptoms. There were 500,000 to 1 million people left. So I'm going to go look at that. But again, it's about grounding. I can tell you that this Parkinson's disease, when you look at you get AI, you go look through all the documents. Parkinson's has the exact same symptoms as the delirious tremors from alcohol poisoning. Well, back then was the prohibition where people were stealing their own alcohol. So they're washing all the loving terpenes, like we talked about today, the loving essence, the loving oils out of their body. So you'll shake. Someone might say, well, no, but I've never touched alcohol. Well, not this life, but it's still in your chart. If you didn't learn, it'll still show up. Okay. So you got to ground what we talked about, grounding physically and metaphysically, with the tree and the love. This will dispel that, because basically who's at play is Lilith and Neptune is lightning energy, electrocution. So you're shaking like a tens machine is on you. You're lacking love. You're lacking grounding. All right. So that's the cure. You got to go after that. On a light note, we'd like to tell you once again how the beautiful, intricate your infinite life journey is. Let's talk about the true Christmas tree and how it was decorated. The Christmas tree is a symbol of you, right? We know that. It was lit up, and there's even more beauty to this. The Christmas tree used to be the Amanita muscaria, which grows underneath a pine tree. This Amanita muscaria is called the magic mushroom, the true magic mushroom. So they used to hang, the shaman used to hang them upside down on the trees to let them dry. This is related to the pine cone, pineal gland, because the mushroom and the tree are a symbolic relationship. And the pine cone is exactly what's lying between our head. So when you go near the pine tree and you do these things, you get to have knowledge, the tree of knowledge. This is your tree, this whole tree. Mama Santa Claus is coming down the chimney, right? So AI made this beautiful image because you are the Christmas tree. So what they would do, they would dry these Amanita muscaria. Okay, they would dry them out and they would sift them to get the trichomes, the little important pieces out of it. All right, and they would make hosts out of it. Yes, the hosts that priests used to use, they used to take these and then talk to a group of people. That's a shaman. Shaman of today, which were the shaman of the past, used to, in the between, became priests, cardinals, where they were able to use astrology and Mother Nature to look into the Akashic record. You got to be really good. You got to be really pure, or else you'll see only the old images of you and not the new ones. So you got to be very careful using this. So there is just another picture of AI where they're going through the separation process so that they can have this wisdom and give it out to people. One more thing in the Bible, the 144,000 in the Bible. That's Book of Revelation. It's the 144,000 sealed. Well, we're being sealed right now. This revelation is part of it. Here's what AI said. The revelation reference in the Bible, particularly the book of Revelation 7:4-8 and 14:1-5. 144 is mentioned as a number of people sealed from the 12 tribes of Israel. 12,000 from each tribe. So each natal chart will be 12,000 of them in each of the 12 zodiac signs that are already being induced. Okay? So here's the math. You get 8 billion people, you divide that by 144,000, you get 55,000 people. So for a city like Windsor that has 200,000 people, there'll be 4 people that are going to be induced that induce others. And then it exponentially grows. It's the same thing as magnetizing a lump of iron. So that's what the 144,000, it's a physics, metaphysics of the induction of love that we're upon. And this is what's happening with Eris, Isis in the sky. Alfredo.
Yes, I've also read some things about the that number, and it's also the highest frequency in our body, and the 144 are the number of petals which the crown chakra represents.
Exactly. So 12 times 12 is 144. So think about that. So they're just basically talking in the Bible here, Revelation, that this induction cycle of love, it's all fitting with what's happening with us. The sooner you jump in, the sooner your water's clear, right? So get to work. Come on, man. Be loving, be in the now. Okay, that's all I have for today, but I just want to share this because after Kat's video today, this song came on to me too after I saw the spider. And this is from Carol and Michael Greaves. The light, and it's titled Light of Tomorrow.
It's a lively little tune. And it just happens to be a song that I wrote, and then of course I couldn't quite get it together for a long time. And I mean, we're talking a few years before it finally came together. It's called The Light of Tomorrow. the other on the land. We are walking in the light of tomorrow. We are walking in the light of tomorrow. We are walking in the light of tomorrow. Can you see the light shining bright? It will guide us through the night. Through the night, shining bright. It's so right.
Wonderful.
That was Tammy Maxine's voice. So awesome.